It's the Texan in Tokyo show. Bing!
Hi everyone! Today I'm going to talk about what it's like being admitted to a hospital in Japan. Give you a little bit of background of the who, what, where, why, when, how, stuff like that. Who? Me! I am American. My name's Grace, and I have a spousal visa because I am married to that fellow over there, and I'm enrolled in Japanese National Health Insurance, which, as far as I know, you're automatically enrolled in if you have a visa to live in Japan. I got a tonsilectomy, which means they cut out my tonsils. Because I was having chronic tonsillitis and or strep throat, 8.5 cases in the last 12 months. One of which happened while I was hiking on a small island that didn't have any doctors or hospitals, so it was actually incredibly dangerous. Where I got this surgery done at a large university hospital in the countryside. University hospitals are really large and they have really experienced doctors because of the sheer number of surgeries that they're doing. There were also a lot of med school interns who were sitting in on a lot of my procedures, like getting the tonsils cut out, and then later when the doctor was like checking the scars and stuff like that to make sure stuff was okay. That might be disconcerting for some people, but I actually found it kind of like safe because there were like 10 people watching. So more eyes to catch mistakes or something like that. We went to this hospital about 3 months ago for a consultation after strep throat / tonsillitis, bout number 5 or 6. And the doctor was like, yeah, you should probably get those removed. And then we had 2 other appointments where I got blood work and they did a chest x-ray and some other stuff that I can't remember now, and kind of explained the entire procedure and double checked everything. And then each appointment was with the surgeon that was going to be doing the surgery. So we were able to build this kind of rapport, and it was actually really nice. The cost of the surgery under National Health Insurance depends on your income, which I really, really like because Ryosuke and I are basically very, very broke. And so we are in one of the lowest income brackets. And so our surgery ended up only costing about 6,000 or 60,000 yen. Food was not covered under insurance, but 8 days worth of food was a little under 5,000 yen. And the cost of the room was not covered under insurance. And so if you shared a room with 7 other people, then it was free. If you shared a room with 2 other people, it was about 5,000 a night. And if you got a private room, like didn't share with anybody, it was 2,000 per night, something like that. And which is way outside of our price range. So I did the room thing where I shared with 2 other people. I was checked into the hospital the day before my surgery. Next time I see you, I will be recovering. A bunch of nurses and doctors came by and I had to fill out the same packets over and over again, explaining if I had any allergies, food restrictions for religious reasons, things like that. So they were incredibly thorough. I have a milk allergy, and so I checked like no milk, no cheese, no Yakult, no yogurt, and instead they gave me little packets of soy milk every day. And after all of that was finished, the surgeon came in and explained what the surgery was going to be like tomorrow, and then I went to sleep. My surgery was around lunchtime the next day, so I couldn't eat or drink anything in the morning. And then right before the surgery, they gave me these tights that I had to wear that were supposed to prevent paralysis. I don't know. And then a big disposable hospital type diaper underwear to wear. And then a hospital gown. I went down a couple floors, checked myself into the ICU, and I had to leave Ryosuke at the door. Answered a couple other questions. They double checked all my info. I went into the room and laid down on the surgery bed, saw my surgeon again and was like, hi, good luck. And then they put an IV in me and then put the little mask on, and then I went to sleep. And I woke up later where my throat hurt, kind of tasted like blood. Ryosuke was holding my hand, and I had a catheter, don't know what that's pronounced in English because I've never said it before in English, in my lady bits. So that was not terribly fun.
I don't remember much in the hours following my surgery. They put wires on my chest, something on my finger to measure my pulse, an IV, and an oxygen mask. For a while, I slept. Unfortunately, before long, I started vomiting this black, disgusting-looking blood. The nurse explained that during surgery, it's common to swallow blood as they cut your tonsils away, and that it's good that my body was getting rid of it. They kept me on a steady stream of IVs to replenish the liquids I was losing. In the end, I threw up blood 7 times, and it was painful and scary, and it made me cry. And I was glad every time I pressed the nurse call button, there was someone there in less than 30 seconds.
I could walk around the ward starting the next day, and by some miracle, the other 2 ladies who were staying in my room didn't hate me after my incredibly noisy and disruptive vomiting, incidents. One was an old lady who got ear surgery, and then the other one was a middle-aged mom whose kids were really cute, who got that surgery thing where these for smokers where they cut the hole in your throat. I was on a ward for people who got ear and nose and throat and like jaw surgery, and so all of us had like things on their eyes or faces, which was actually kind of nice because I didn't have to worry about catching any contagious diseases from other patients.
Every morning, I had an appointment with my surgeon, who checked to make sure I was recovering as scheduled. Nurses came by at least a dozen times a day, bringing pain medicine, checking my blood pressure, temperature, bringing food, and to just see if I needed anything, even if I didn't press the call button. Other than that, I was free to do whatever I pleased. Lights went out at 9 p.m. and they turned them back on at 6 a.m. My bed was next to the window, lucky me! And all the rooms were on the half of the hospital with direct sunlight. It was actually quite peaceful, albeit boring. I wasn't allowed to have a computer or large electronics in the hospital because they wouldn't fit in my tiny safety deposit box by my bed. So I got a ton of reading done. Miyosuke visited every day, bringing a laptop and movies he rented, and my best friend and in-laws also visited once I was a bit better to keep me company.
I did a whole video about the food in a Japanese hospital, and just check out, click somewhere in here. Okay, topic. Wow, I'm just rambling. Most annoying thing was that I wasn't allowed to take a shower until the last day. So thank God for dry shampoo. And I wasn't allowed to like leave my ward or go downstairs or go outside, which I jailbroke myself once to walk around. Oops. The day that I checked out, my surgeon came by, cleared me to go. Nurses gave me some very nice painkillers, and then we went downstairs. The day I checked in, we had to put a 2-goman deposit, so 150,000 yen in cash. And then when I went to check out, they gave me the cash back, and then my total hospital bill was just over 2 million. So I was able to pay that by credit card, and they let me go.
You're free!
I was free! And then I saw the doctor a week and a half later, and he just checked to make sure the healing was fine. It was! And then they had biopsied the tonsils to make sure that there wasn't signs of something more serious, like a viral infection or cancer or something like that. It wasn't. They were severely damaged by chronic tonsillitis, but other than that, totally fine. And yeah, I was clear to go. And that appointment cost 220 yen. So it was really cheap. All in all, a lot of people, when I announced that I was getting surgery, I specifically didn't say what type of surgery I was getting, because when I kind of talked about that I was getting my tonsils removed on Twitter, a lot of people were like, you don't have to do that. That's a stupid surgery. Why would you stay in the hospital for that long? And I didn't really get to choose how long I stayed in the hospital. The doctor determined. I'm glad I got the surgery, because getting tonsillitis and being sick for a week with a really high fever, like over 100 degrees every month, is really, really hard on your body, and it completely makes it impossible for you to have a social life and a work life and stuff like that. And in the end, I am glad that I stayed in the hospital for 6 days after my surgery, because I can't imagine if I'd gotten the surgery and then been sent home, and then a couple hours later, if I was throwing up this black blood and the pain was so bad, and I'm so glad I got the surgery done in Japan, and I'm so glad I got to stay in this hospital for so long with so many people looking after me and taking care of me. So basically that was my experience staying in a Japanese hospital for a week. If you have been to a hospital in Japan, hey, I'd love to hear your story, see if there were any similarities, any differences. Cool. All right, this video's gone long enough. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye 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 bye.